welcome to a Duel caster video. We have quite the high-rated duel for you today with a 1335 Hasugian, something like that, and then Cyber Hef. Hef is a lot funnier because Jose Jalapeno. Anyway, 1330. So 1335, 1330. I'd say that's high. There's only one set card from Hasu, who, by the way, uses 44 cards. So that's interesting thing to see. Terraforming on Cyber's part. I don't know if this is a TCG duel or TCG OCG. We'll probably find out eventually whether OCG cards are used or not. Terraforming into Chicken Race. I've not actually seen that card used yet. I've seen people complain about it. Zip. 8,000 life points. Does not state which effect is being used though. Hasugan doesn't have a response. But, okay. Upside Goblin works with Chicken Rice. Okay. Is this Exodia? Could be. Another Chicken Rice. Pseudo-space. Okay. Copying Chicken Rice. Draw another card, I guess. Yeah. That's a really go. Chicken Rice, Pseudo-space, Upside Goblin. Maybe still Royal Magical Library. I would assume this is Exodia at this point. Huh. I kinda also want to find out what the Gan Red is playing. Void Dosket, yeah, this has to be Exodia. Play Into the Void is risky though, so they have to have their combo pieces ready now. Unless they want stuff to go to their graveyard. Instant Fusion? What? I guess it works with Chicken Race by paying life points, but... Huh? Noden? What's Noden gonna do? There isn't any monster in the graveyard. Or they just want a monster for Cursed Bamboo Sword, aka Golden Bamboo Sword incoming. Where's Library? I still haven't seen Library. Nice. And if they have a second Cursed Bamboo Sword, they can bounce on that. Although that's really only useful when you actually have Library on the field. So you can get one more activation there for one more counter. Third Golden Bamboo Sword is in. Alright. Where's Royal Magical Library? Are they running it? Yes! It's late, but it's there. They were able to do really well already. Without it. This just spells. Now, I'm not going to jump in here because it doesn't matter. But even though it says, Library says, each time a spell card is activated, you gain a counter, you actually play it, you actually place the counter on Library as soon as the spell has resolved. Why? Because let's say the opponent, let's say Hasugan in the red has Magic Jammer, which negates the activation. If you play it right upon activation of the spell, you place the counter, but then the activation would be negated by Magic Jammer, so you'd have to remove it again. To be sure that the activation isn't negated, you wait for it to resolve. Once it's resolved, it works. This is new library Exodia. I wonder, with instant fusion there, it's a way to bring back library from the graveyard. It's negated though. I do want. Do they have an Xyz that can help do something? Daigusto Emerald can shuffle things back, but pretty sure that's only monsters. Maybe Lavalval Chain to place something useful on top of the deck. Possibly they're just running Chimeric Fortress Dragon, because why not? I don't know. They won't be running Illuminite, because that requires 3 material. Twin table combo. It's 3 counters. Twin table to grave, new one activates. Searches for the second one, second counter, third one activates, third counter. Magical Mullet. That might mean they have like the third Toon Table contents in their hand, or even the other card. Maybe they have like Blue Eyes Toon Dragon to search for. They're not using Magical Mullet to shuffle those away. So I assume they're keeping Toon Table, because Toon Table is great with Magical Library. I'm gonna assume that one card in their hand now is Toon Table. So once you have Library out, Toon Table's great. You thin your deck out by 3. If you start with the first one, and you get a free draw off of Library because you use 3 contents. Dealings even. One that does go -1, but I guess with Library up isn't as bad. Maybe they're running one copy. I personally don't run it in my deck. Huh. Discarding Cursed Bamboo Sword. The thing is, if they play Cursed Bamboo Sword, that'd be 1 counter. Then you can use Cursed Bamboo Sword's other effect, which you can use once per turn per like Cursed Bamboo Sword. Bounce it back. They can add Broken Bamboo Sword, sure. So that's probably the idea. Is they can get Broken Bamboo Sword. Like I guess okay, if they're running Broken Bamboo Sword, it's okay, because then they can still use Cursed Bamboo Sword's effect to yeah. They can equip Broken Bamboo Sword's cursed effect to unequip Broken Bamboo Sword and then re-equip it. But the fact they're running Broken Bamboo Sword suggests that they're running 3 cursed. Because why would you run Broken Bamboo Sword if you don't run 3 cursed? Because cursed is Broken Bamboo Sword, but better. I originally ran Broken Bamboo Sword in my Library Exodia deck, but once cursed became TCG legal, I added it in. Or well, OCG legal anyway, because I just didn't play Library Exodia and TCG for a little bit. So it probably has to read the bamboo effect. Broken Bamboo re-equipped. Another counter. Now the Royal Magical Library can attack directly this turn. That doesn't matter, it's really just about the re-equip and the 1 extra counter. Meanwhile, let's think about what Hussey is playing. Machine Duplication, 1 set card. Maybe they have a bad opening hand, they can't play monsters. What could they be playing with Machine Duplication? I don't know. I don't remember. Morphtronics come to mind? That's about it. And there you have your third Cursed Bamboo Sword. Now the returning to hand thing is a once per Cursed Bamboo Sword and not a once per card. So they can't return another card. How many options does Cyber have available? They'd better have stuff available, just better for them, because Into the Void was used, which means that all his cards will be banished if he can't continue and he has to end his turn. And if there's an Exodia piece in his hand, he's pretty much lost. He used it because he knew he'd have effects available and be able to continue his combo. But what can he do now? I don't think he has a lot of combo pieces left. He does have the third tune table. However, he may just run 3 tune tables and nothing to search into after that. In my library Exodia deck, I do run 2 Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, but also because I run 3 Trade-In. So I can discard the Blue Eyes Toon with Trade-In. I have other level 8s as well, but that's what I do for tunes, for the tune table, so I can just play all 3 of them, and then keep drawing. Or, like, you get rid of Trade-In and the Blue Eyes Toon, and then you draw 2 new cards, so it's neutral for card advantage wise. You get some new cards to play with, you thin your deck out, and you get a counter for library. So that's nice. What will happen? Checking Into the Void's effect to remind them of what's going to happen, because I have a feeling Cyberjeff does not have a lot of options left. Maybe they're holding a lot of Exodia pieces but not everything, and they just aren't able to play anything. Seems like it. This gets rid of all the equip, because they didn't say what they would equip it to. We just know that the first Cursed Bamboo Sword is equipped to Nodin, because at that time Nodin was the only one in the field. The first one was the Nodin, certainly. Equip spell equipped to Nodin. It wasn't on the field that time. The rest should have been stated what they were equipped to. Library to grave. And then Soul Charge. What? To get 2 libraries back? And what then? They don't have a lot of spells left, so they're going for double counters? Maybe? Or another Xyz? Certainly interesting, but meanwhile they got this most of 1,000 life points via chicken race multiple, like 3 chicken races, a pseudo switch which became chicken race, instant fusion, and then soul charge paying 2,000. Jeff still won't take any damage. Oh, Tsukiyomi. Send entire hand to the guy. That's an interesting one with the library, huh? There's some cards that I've never thought of for my deck. Send your entire hand to the grave, though. Do they want to do that? If they're not holding any Exodia pieces, they could. They haven't used 1 day of peace yet. Maybe they're not running it. Possibly because chicken rice. But they could because they're not taking damage anyway. Might as well get the extra card and the spell activation of library counter. Set everything. That better not be an Exodia piece or they're screwed. They already set K. It's Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. So that's why they didn't use the third Toon table, because the Toon Dragon was already in their hand. Maybe they're just running one. So all the Exodia pieces were still in the deck. That's good, I guess. And this was the only way to do anything, because their spells weren't really activatable. Thing is, they could have just stuck... Jeff could have just been like, okay, I'll just banish my Toon Dragon, and then just play next turn with Tsukiyomi, because if they have Exodia pieces now, and they still can't play anything, their card would still be banished because of Into the Void. They could have just kept Toon Dragon in their hand, have that banished. Because Jeff is not taking any damage anyway, because of chicken rice. The opponent can destroy chicken rice. They're paying 1,000 life points themselves, but then if they can deal 1,000 damage, maybe. I'm not sure what deck they run, what cards they have to do that. So Jeff took another risk by actually continuing the draws. Because they do need, like, he'll probably know the contents of his deck, knows that there will be some cards that can make him continue his play. But maybe he didn't draw them, maybe he drew into like the head and then the right arm of Exodia. 3 set cards, chances are that's all normal spells. Maybe another terraforming. Won't be a field spell because they can't be placed in the regular spell and trap zone. Asugan knows their Exodia. There can be Magical Mallet. There can be 2 more Upstart because only 1 was used. 1 Day of Peace hasn't been used yet. Table of Content isn't used because Toon Dragon. Pretty sure 2 were used. My failed bad luck. You could have also... Yeah, if they have Exodia pieces now, they lost, yeah. They should have just had Toon Dragon banished. No, it's bad luck if they have Exodia now. Because banished due to Into the Void. If they can't continue their combo, it's not that bad. I sometimes have that in my library Exodia deck as well. But having Into the Void is a risk. I personally don't run it in the main deck because it's just too risky, and I don't... Quite a few times I'm not able to actually do it in 1 turn, unfortunately. My deck isn't that consistent. Chicken Rice probably is what I've been looking for to make my library Exodia deck more consistent. Okay. They're attacking. They can't actually do that due to Soul Charge. Hatsu knows. Do they remember Into the Void? They don't seem to be able to continue. Why though did they go Lavalval Chain and then to send library and then Soul Charge? Oh, no Exodia pieces, that's good. Why that? Why was Soul Charge not just kept and not like library added to the top of the deck maybe? Why wasn't didn't they just immediately go into Tsukuyomi? They could have just also set Soul Charge on the field. Well, game isn't over yet. Exodia pieces are still on the deck. Chicken Rice is on the field. Let's see what Hasu makes of it on their second turn, knowing what Cyber's been playing. What can those 3 set cards mean? Hasu still has to finish it off pretty soon. It's very unlikely that there's any trap like Mirror Force, Dimensional Prison, Bottomless Trap Hole in that deck, because that would just make Exodia less consistent. Cyber Dragon, alright, yeah. Watch Cyber Dragon stay on the field, and then Jeff next turn play Chimeric Fortress. Because chances are they won't have their extra deck full of a lot of cards that are useful. Like, the Level Chain can be, Tsukuyomi, I can see why. Noden, I guess if you have 1 instant fusion to help with the Xyzes. Might as well run Chimeric Fortress Dragon if you have the space. Because low chance, but slightly more chance with the recent additions of certain cards. Like Cyber Dragon Nova and stuff with the structure deck. But yeah. Like Cyber Dragons can be used. So might as well throw Fortress Dragon in. Going Nova, going Shark Fortress. At least that'll destroy things, won't deal damage due to Chicken Rice. Xyz. Into Nova. Infinity, so this is OCG, yeah. Although is Chicken Rice even available in TCG? I don't even know. Just thinking about that now. Chicken Rice Destroy. Yeah, you have to pay 1,000 life points first to do that. Chicken Rice Destroyed, now they can deal damage. They take one of them, they'll have 4 materials, they'll have 2,900 attack, be able to deal 1,100 damage. Yeah, Hasu can finish it off now, because they'll have 4 materials, attack at 29. This is game. Well, this is how you see that quitting halfway through an Exodia combo doesn't always mean that you would have lost, because Hasu seems to have won. That's not actually necessary, but go ahead. Why did they set Forbidden Lands? They didn't have any monster to play it with on their first turn. 1,900 damage, game over. That was the video for today. See you tomorrow.